Welcome back for another video. In this series we look at the top players with predicted points to make your transfer plans and captaincy easier. Make data-backed decisions to maximise your chance of success. We also cover the key talking points, considerations, and we look at the top players by position. The predicted points are courtesy of FPL Review, linked to their sites in the description. We've also included the predicted points for the next 4 game weeks because we don't just want a player to have an immediate impact, we want them to be reliable for us longer term. Let's start with the goalkeepers, and Nick Pope leads by some stretch due to his double game week. Burnley are the only team with a double this game week and he's on 7 predicted points. If you're on a free hit, he looks like the best option going. Ederson's in second and Man City are comfortably ahead for expected goals conceded over the season, though Tottenham were able to put 3 past them last game week and they're one of only 2 teams to beat Man City in the league this season. However, Man City face Everton this game week, which looks an easier fixture and a tough fixture for Lampard. Forster's in 4th and Southampton find themselves in a good patch of form with 2 wins and 2 draws in their last 4 games played, which we will discuss more as we look at the defenders. Brentford on the other hand are in a bad run with 3 losses and a draw in their last 4 games. However, they are boosted by the return of Raya, who has 3.9 predicted points, and the next 4 are great fixtures with Newcastle, Norwich, Burnley and Leicester. Brentford are in a void for now, though they're one of few teams guaranteed not to blank in Gameweek 30. Onto the defenders, and the Burnley defenders are on top with Roberts, Mee and Tarkowski making the top 4. Tarkowski missed their last match with illness but is expected to be fine. Roberts has impressed since breaking into the side in Gameweek 23 and he's kept 3 clean sheets in 5 games. He also got an assist in the win against Brighton, so for only 4.5 mil and 0.3% ownership he could be a great option in the double game week. Livramento also makes the top defenders on 4.3 predicted points. Gameweek 26 was his first start since Gameweek 19, having just recently returned from injury. And if he continues to get minutes, he's a great option to consider, as he was earlier in the season, particularly if you plan to wildcard in Gameweek 28 when Southampton double. On this list, he's also top over the next 4 for predicted points. He also got an assist and a clean sheet in the 2-0 win against Everton for a 12-pointer. Elsewhere, no surprises as Cancelo and Laporte make the list, and they'll be looking for a very important win at Goodison Park. Onto the midfielders, and Cornet narrowly leads with 6.2 predicted points. He has significantly overperformed his underlying numbers, scoring 6 times this season with an XG of 2.6. He's also been getting substituted early some games, as recently as the Brighton game, therefore I think he's in a void. Son is a standout player to pick up with 5.8 predicted points and a captain option for Gameweek 27. The win against Man City could inspire confidence in the Spurs camp, and Son already sits at 9 goals and 7 assists for the season, with Burnley, Leeds and Everton his next 3 fixtures, followed by the double Gameweek 29. McNeil is in 3rd, but again he could be a big double Gameweek trap, and we've talked in previous videos about how it's easy to get baited in by the allure of the double game weeks and end up with assets you don't want long term. He's another avoid for me even if you're on a free hit, and I feel we're better off looking at some of the better options who double in Gameweek 28 and 29. The Man City trio, De Bruyne, Foden and Mahrez also make the list, and those on a free hit will certainly need to triple up on Man City players in defence and midfield. If you missed the free hit draft video, a link to that will be on screen at the end, and if this video has been useful please drop it a like to support the channel. We'll finish with the forwards, and it's Weghorst who's on top with 8.6 predicted points. He had a phenomenal record in the Bundesliga before his January transfer, and he's already shown us what he's capable of performing in the Premier League. He is top among all players on predicted points and a very strong captain pick. Ronaldo's been getting plenty of minutes with Cavani out injured, and he's on 6.7 predicted points for the game against Watford. Kane is 3rd among strikers on 6 predicted points off the back of his brace against Man City. He's up against Leeds this game week. In the last video we discussed how Leeds hadn't kept a clean sheet since game week 14 and conceded on average of 2.9 goals per game, and again they conceded 4 to Man United, so they continue to be a team to target. Broja for less than half the price of the likes of Kane and Ronaldo looks a fantastic 2nd or 3rd striker to run with for only 5.4 mil. He could get rotated here and there once in a while, but for only 5.4 mil the amount of money he frees up to reinvest elsewhere is significant. He's got the double Gameweek 28, as does Jimenez who makes the list. Jimenez doesn't blank in Gameweek 27 or 30 with an excellent double in between, home to Crystal Palace and Watford. He's a little bit pricey for what he's offered this season, but there's certainly not an abundance of good forward options, so he's one to consider. That wraps up this video, thanks for watching. Before you go, please drop it a like if you found it useful. I read every comment, so leave one below and I'll be sure to read it. See you soon for the next one.